Good Thursday morning, South Carolina weather watchers. I'm your meteorologist, Jesse Peterson, and let's go in and talk about the weather for your Thursday. Starting off, what is going on right now throughout the entire state? We do, in fact, have some shower activity going on, whether it be up here in the upstate or in the Midland. It's going on right now, even over here inside of the Grand Strand areas like Carolina Forest, Myrtle Beach, as well as some other areas. We have shower activity going on throughout a good amount of the state. But if we scroll our way out, see what's going on throughout the entire U.S. weather news wise. Well, right now there is indeed obviously rainfall going on throughout a good amount of the southeast, even in the deep south as well. We have some rainfalls up here in Kentucky, West Virginia, some snowfall in Ohio, snowfall in New York, as well as up here in Maine. We also have some snowfall in Minnesota, Wisconsin, going on in the UP and Michigan, and then maybe even some snowfall over here near Denver, rainfall over here in like in the peninsula of or panhandle of Washington as well. So we're looking at a good amount of just rainfall and just activity going on throughout the entire U.S. Cloud cover right now actually seems to be more on the cloudier side, kind of for what we've been looking at for about like the past 24, 48 hours at this point, just cloudy conditions. I mean, at least for where I have been, I haven't really seen the sun, you know, too much, if not at all. So I do see like some sun out there right now, but it's like going through the clouds, but it's not really direct sunlight like that. Now, if we look at our cloud cover for the future, and you go in and push this forward throughout today, what do you see? I mean, you see some clear spots maybe as you get into like the afternoon, the evening hours, especially up there inside the upstate. Look how much of a clearing is going on up there. Here's 9 o'clock p.m. going into 10 o'clock p.m. And then we get all the way back to 12 o'clock in the morning, and we're just back to cloudy condition with some clear spots here and there. So, it's going to be mostly cloudy, but definitely do not be surprised if we come around and we just see clear spots trying to come more frequently. Now, what about for our live temperatures, current temperatures? Right now, we have around a good 56 in Hilton Head Island and Beaufort, as well as 57 in Charleston, 57 in Somerville and Orangeburg, as well as 57 in Georgetown, 56 Myrtle Beach, and 58 in Conway, 57 North Myrtle Beach, and even around a good 57 in Sumter, 57 Columbia, as well as 57 in Lugoff, 56 Florence, and 57 in Newberry, 56 in Lawrence, and 56 also in Union, 56 Anderson, and even around a good 54 in Spartanburg, Greenville, 53 in Clemson, as well as 54 in Gaffney, 55 York, and Rock Hill. Air quality for today, we're all mostly in the good category, but there's a little moderate area up there inside the upstate and parts of the northwestern PD areas, so it's not really too bad. Moderate is not abnormal; it's pretty normal. So I'm, definitely nothing to really say, oh, well, I guess I don't have to go outside because the air quality is bad. High temperatures for today, you have around a good 65 in Greenville, 64 in Spartanburg, as well as 62 in Rock Hill, 66 in Sharon, 66 in Dillon, 63 Myrtle Beach, and 66 in Georgetown, 67 in Florence, and even 68 in Sumter, 68 Kingstree, Moncks Corner, 64 in Charleston, as well as 71 in Walterboro. 66 in Hilton Head Island, and even around a good 67 in Aiken. Winds for today, well, they're going to be sustained at probably a good 15, miles per hour, maybe a bit higher, all the way up to 20-ish, maybe even a bit more. So I'd say probably around 12 to around 20 miles per hour today. And then in terms of wind gust will be gusting all the way up to around 20 to 30-ish miles per hour today. So it's going to be actually a bit windy out there. Definitely going to be a bit windy out there. Then if we go in and look at the total precipitation amount, you have a 100th of an inch to a 10th of an inch goes in for Hilton Head Island. Maybe even a quarter of an inch to a half an inch goes on for Chirac and for Charleston and Columbia. But look at everybody else. Half an inch to an inch for everybody else. Moncks Corner, Georgetown, Myrtle Beach, Orangeburg, Newbury, Greenwood, Greenville, Spartanburg, Rock Hill, Anderson. All these areas all have a half an inch to an inch as you go throughout the next 40 or next 24 hours. So that includes today, tonight, and tomorrow morning. Now, what about for the crazy score? If you have no idea what the crazy score is, it is a score that we see how crazy the weather is throughout the entire state of South Carolina. And right now we are at a 44. 44. Why are we at a 44? Well, obviously, number one, the rainfall that's currently ongoing throughout the state right now. Um, that's one of the main concerns right now as of why. Also, it's going to be breezy. Winds gusts of up to 25, 35 miles per hour. Also, lake wind advisories in effect for those lakes, with some strong gust up on to them as well, and then also thunderstorms as well. Thunderstorms definitely could be a bit of an issue. Look at today's thunderstorm risk. Not a severe risk, but we do in fact have a thunderstorm risk, just a regular thunderstorm risk, meaning we definitely can see some thunderstorm popping around the state. And so, with all thunderstorms comes the risk of small hail and gusty winds, all that kind of stuff. And especially with it being just breezy today in general, that could also add to it a little bit as well. So make sure that you are prepared if you get that thunderstorm. You know what to do. You know what the plan is. Now, if we go in and look at fire weather, nothing here. Excessive rainfall, nothing here, so we're good there. So let's go in and look at the models. Time is at the bottom part of the screen. Make sure you go in and pay attention to that. Starting off here, you go in and push this forward here, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. I mean, we still have mainly rainfall just going on in the upstate, the Midlands. Nothing quite in the low country or the Grand Strand / even good amount of the PD area as well. But then once you get to around 11 o'clock in the morning to 12 o'clock p.m., I mean, still, you may start to see a little isolated shower, maybe trying to move through the PD areas, but low country, Grand Strand, coastal areas still stays nice and dry all the way through 12 p.m. We get all the way through here to 2 o'clock p.m. PD starting to see a little bit more rainfall. Grand Strand may see the isolated shower here or so. Low country still dry by 2 p.m. 3 p.m. comes along, but one thing that you do notice is if I go and push this back, you start to see some more moderate rainfall starting to move throughout the upstate. I mean, here's 1 o'clock p.m., 2 o'clock p.m., 3 o'clock. You're starting to see some more moderate rainfall starting to move its way through, and more of a little heavier band, maybe with some gusty winds with it as it continues to move its way down towards the south and the east. And then finally, we get to around 5 to 6 p.m. You really start to see some rainfall moving into the low country now. That goes all the way through 7 p.m. Grand Strand starts getting their rainfall around 8 o'clock, and low country and Grand Strand areas really start to get their rainfall at this time. I mean, even once you get to 12 o'clock in the morning, I mean, the Midlands still are getting their rainfall. Same thing with the PD areas. I mean, those areas still will be getting rainfall all the way into like the nighttime hours. But it will really start to transition. And one thing that you notice is we talked about this last night. All that rainfall that's coming in from Georgia is just going to continue to just funnel its way to the east, even as we get into tonight. I mean, even if we push it through to tomorrow morning, I mean, just shows a huge amount of moisture going into tomorrow morning. So, just make sure that you are prepared for that as well. But now that is out of the way, let's go on and wrap this up. I mean, because we know thunderstorms are definitely possible as we go into today. Definitely, probably even expected. We looked at the lightning flash density last night, so go on and check out last night's forecast if you want to go in and see that lightning flash density and see where the thunderstorms could potentially be. But I'm looking at it right now. I mean, pretty much the same thing. Thunderstorms definitely possible for every region of the state. Some, maybe a little bit later than others, but seems like almost everybody has a fair shot of getting thunderstorms, especially from the upstate, the Midlands, the PD, Grand Strand areas. The area that I think probably has one of the lesser chances, though, possibly, is like that coastal low country area, but I think that area probably has like one of the least chances. But, I mean, they still also have a shot. Everybody has a shot for it. But that's all I have to say. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your Thursday. I'll be back tonight with your drought monitor update, so make sure that you're there for that. Also, I'll be back tomorrow morning for your Friday morning forecast update. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your Thursday, and remember, hit those two buttons before you leave.